Yeah, I want to talk about something very important to a lot of people. A lot of people have remnants, fabric remnants, old towels, all these things that they can use to make fabric concrete or fabric cement planters. Yeah, so it's the next morning. I should really wait a little bit longer, but I need to get this done. So come out easy. So this is the 4-ply concrete fabric, cement fabric, and incredibly strong. You can't even move it. And this is the typical fabric planter that they make online. And this was made with a really rich mix. This was not watered down it was watered down, but not like the ones they show in the video. So you can see this needs other coats and other layers. It is quite cute, quite effective, but these cloths have this real flexibility to them, so it makes it very hard to get this to be incredibly strong. So I want to really just give you a simple guide on how to use any type of fabric, filter cloth, nylon, whatever it may be. There is a process that will make you have more success, and I want to show you that process. So basically, for me, it's a lot about prep. And what I mean by that is cutting your shape, cutting your circles, cutting your squares, doing that in advance, not doing it after this is covered in cement. You're going to kill your scissors. You're going to open up this fabric edge if you cut it afterwards. So cut it before you start your project. So this is the container we're going to use. Have this to dry out the process we're going to do. So we basically have this set up. The cement is going to go into the edges because it's pre-cut already. So you're not going to have a cut with an open fabric edge. You're going to actually have this sealed. So what we need to do, we need to prepare the fabric. So we're using a latex modifier, which is basically a cement sealer slash glue. And we're basically conditioning the fabric so it has all this material on it. Okay, I'm going to take this out. Okay, so I have to get this everywhere. This bonding agent, what it does is it gets the fabric ready to accept cement. You don't have to do anything. This will absorb so much more cement compared to just the fabric itself. So you're basically getting the fabric cement ready. And you can get these bonding agents in hardware stores. And try to get one that's latex based just because it's environmentally a lot more approachable. Just work it in. So basically what we're doing here is creating a fabric planter using an old towel, just because you're conditioning the fabric in such a way that it is more cement positive. And that cement positive really changes how this fabric actually lasts. The longevity is improved because the cement will stick much nicer to this. And we're going to show a process of how to put cement on this in such a way that it's not thin and that it's going to last a very long time. We're going to let this dry out one night. So I have a video with filter cloth. Yeah, building materials have come a long way, and use them to your advantage. We show how to make a lot of lightweight fabric planters that are fantastic for anyone to move around. And it was the same result. It's probably one of my best planters. It's like rock solid using just regular outdoor matte filter cloth, and it's super strong. Okay, I'm happy with this side. I have some areas here. And you can see that the acrylic bonding agent has traveled all the way through. You know, you might say this is a lot of extra work, but it really isn't that bad. And you're basically improving the longevity of this fabric and the acceptability of cement to go deep into this fabric. You could make the bonding agent a lot wetter. You would soak this in a lot nicer, a lot quicker. But I like the thickness of this just because I know this is going to accept the cement so easily. Okay, we're going to let this dry overnight. And then tomorrow we're going to make a cement fabric planter out of this. So we're going to store this in a flat, dry place. And we don't want it to dry out 100%. We're just going to let it dry out a little bit overnight. And then first thing in the morning, we're going to turn this into a planter that goes on top of this. Okay, so tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow we'll show you how we get a really thick coat of cement on here. Instead of dipping it, we're going to trowel it. Straight cement mix. And I'll show you something that is a little bit different. You can't get that by just, this were just a towel, there's no way the cement would go in that nicely. It's that treatment that makes it so powerful. Work it in, work it in, work it in. It gets it deeper into the texture of the fabric. So the bonding agents or the glues, almost every big cement manufacturer has some type of a bonding agent or a latex modifier. And if you put that on the fabric, boy, does it ever attract the cement. Phenomenal. Okay. We just got to wash these trowels. Okay, we have white cement now. So this is a pasting method instead of a dipping method. So the dipping method, I find that you don't get a lot of material in the right place. It's kind of, I don't know how to describe it. There's more water than cement. It's got these edges nice. And the idea is that you're working it so nice into the fabric. Okay, almost. Okay. Okay, we got to get rid of our fingerprints. Okay, we're going to sprinkle some tile grout on this just because it has a very weird way of drying compared to the white cement. Okay, so this material, this tile grout, is actually whiter than the white cement. And when I go to paint this, it gives me a two-tone texture. That's why I like to use a different white or a different brown or whatever it may be on the finished product. I can see that it's drying out already because the fabric is grabbing all the moisture. So you have to hustle to get any finish you put on here. You have to get it done quickly. So 2 people. If you want this even stronger, you could put the gray mix that we made, you could load it with polypropylene fibers. That would make it even stronger. These tile grouts, they have a very peculiar finish to them. They have a very porcelain-like finish. It's strange how, I think it's full of like chewed up marble. Gives you that type of a look. Yeah, Toro? Yeah. No hay ningún hoyo? Busca hoyos. Have to look for little holes. My suspicion is that this would dry out in one night because of the towel absorbing all that extra moisture. Even though it's full of the bonding agent, I got a hole here. So this will give you an idea on the extra effort of soaking the fabric with a bonding agent and then applying a thicker coat of cement on the inside and the outside. So if you do that, you're going to have a planter that's a lot stronger it'll last a lot longer into the future. So just remember that this just by soaking your old towels or fabrics, you get a much different strength that comes out of the finished product. Still have some spots missing here. So I think you understand that this, wow, that sun lights up this stuff, that this will change because you have two materials here. You have the porcelain extreme white tile grout, and underneath showing through, you have the white Portland cement. So basically, when you go to stain this, you're also going to get two different colors coming through on the planter itself. He's going to put it inside to dry. There it is, done. So this is 12 hours later. It's in the morning. We're going to demold this way too early, but I want to show you guys the incredible strength when you're using the modifier or the latex bonding agent. It increases the strength so much that you'll be very surprised how strong these planters are. This is just one layer of an old towel. Okay, so okay, came out. Okay, I'm gonna leave this actually. Okay, I got to get the plastic out. Okay, so there's the idea. And I'm going to start staining this, and we're going to plant it up and drill some drainage holes. Now you got to remember this is ultra white, so it's going to paint really beautifully. And remember, I in the video I had two colors. I had a white cement, and I had a tile grout, ultra white. Look at that color. There's definitely something to be said about using white. And since I pre-cut the fabric, I don't have any edges that don't have cement on them. So that makes a huge difference. Okay, we're going to finish staining this up. A little bit on the inside. And then we're going to plant it up. After a very short period of time, we have a beautiful old towel planter. It's really important to get it everywhere so you can get those colors in there. Anything that's not painted will remain white and it shows up like an eyesore. Like for example, that spot right there. You have to dip it in, and get all the colors in. And this cement, this white cement has a real ability to pick up colors beautifully. Look, I have to give you guys a verdict. Do I prefer cement fabric versus old towels or old linen? 100%. These materials are way better than an old towel that you have lying around. Is it worth even spending your time fixing up an old towel to turn it into a planter? There's so many AI videos right now showing somebody dipping this old towel into a really soupy mix, pulling it out, and then they end up with this great planter. That's nonsense. It doesn't work like this. It is really hard to turn a towel into a great planter. Do yourself a favor, try out these cement fabrics. Hopefully the industry, these fabric or textile makers will come up with some really cool, innovative cement fabrics that are really easy to use and very strong. And that'll change the direction of how these planters are made, because when you're making a fabric planter, it is super light, super versatile, super easy to use, and it makes all the difference in the world having the right fabric for the right job.